I did it one time, like in my kitchen, and I had the best breath ever. Like I was like, I'm not even using breath when I'm saying boy right now. Like I was.
Nick. All right, ready? We're gonna get going.
Are we're recording 100%?
I'm gonna go 5.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
We're recording.
He said 4.
We're recording on the.
We're recording on 2. Ready?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for the first time ever on Stuck in Adolescence. Your host today, and your host always.
We got Chase right over here.
We got Trevor Johnson in the middle.
And we got myself, Jonathan J. Salas. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, we're here.
It's true.
First
No
podcast.
cap.
Session.
No cap.
This is absolutely amazing.
It's been a long road. It's been a long road. Surprisingly, you'd think that the first podcast wouldn't be a long road to the first podcast, but
Yeah,
honestly, I thought we weren't going to follow through with it, but
I know.
sweet, we're here.
You know, a lot of us are working. It's been, we're all busy. We're all doing separate things. Meeting up's been kind of
The 6 to 2 shifts on ass.
oh god. The first time we went, we didn't record. We didn't record our first
bro. That was
podcast.
absolutely,
first podcast.
that was disgusting. Yeah, so a lot of things going on behind the scenes to be able to get the first podcast live and going, but I'm so excited. I'm happy to be here. Like I was telling you guys before the show, it's almost like, I mean, I don't want to put it this way.
I could sense the excitement through text, so like that's how
I
you know.
was excited, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the thing. It almost is like a dream come true because I remember we talk about this in Spanish class. I have the videos on my phone where we would be like, I'd mention, hey, let's start a podcast. You guys would be like, let's do it.
Sure.
And most people, even I thought to myself, I mean, we're just saying this to create small talk. We're not actually serious about it, you know? I thought it was just small talk type vibes. But now we're here, guys.
Right.
So let's get it going. First show, I guess we might as well introduce ourselves.
It's true.
Say a little bit about ourselves, and then we'll get right into it. I'll go first. My name is Jonathan Salas. I'm 18 years old.
It's true.
I just graduated high school, North High School, Golden Raiders, and I'm going on to UW lacrosse. For what? I'm not sure.
Cute. Very cute.
This is Trevor Johnson. I am planning to attend the Ohio State University with my roommate over here.
It's true.
We are both majoring in biochemistry. I don't want to talk for him, though. Chase, hit it.
My name is Chase Runsselman. I, as well, with these two fine gentlemen over here, graduated Sheboygan North High this year, and I'm also going to Ohio State University.
The Ohio State.
Ohio State University to study biochemistry, and I'm rooming with the guy in the middle.
So, guys, I mean, we're going to college. I
Sure.
guess to
It's
hop
true.
right into it, we just ended high school. We just ended a super important chapter in our lives. How do you guys
Right.
feel about it?
Right. Well, to be honest,
There's
right?
no closure, so I don't even like
On
recognize
God,
it.
on
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
I'll be
it's
I'll be
okay.
sitting
I
at
feel like I'm still in high school. Like I don't even.
like
know.
yeah. Like I feel like I could go back to high school next year and it'd be straight. Like
It's
I
almost
think
like we
haven't,
already
graduated.
had. It's like we had 2 summers. Like
Right.
COVID, I did
Right,
not
right.
do like much. Like I wasn't doing nothing.
But we haven't graduated.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
haven't.
feel
We
like I don't
haven't.
feel like no.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. I mean, it's very anticlimactic. I mean,
Right.
obviously, everybody knows what's going on with Corona,
Right, right.
right? Everything was messed up, right? The besties of our senior year were
Mm.
taken away from us. That's in the speech.
Expo.
In the blink of an eye.
Sure.
Everything, man. Expo, graduation, walking the bowl.
Right.
I mean, just the
Right.
last day
No, we
of
might
being
be
in
able to do
school.
that.
Just the
That's
last day of being in school.
Facts.
That's gone
Like
forever.
Yeah. Right.
We're never gonna go through that. We're never gonna be able to experience that. Prom. I mean, I probably wasn't gonna go.
Dude,
but
I was gonna tee up. We had prom.
Chase was gonna get teed up at
formal.
prom.
Like, come on, what's the word, dude? I was ready. I was ready.
Facts.
Dude, I don't even. Do we have another not a homecoming, but like a spring formal? Spring formal, right?
Yeah, spring formal.
Is that
What
it?
else we miss? Like dance wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, just form. Well, yeah, formal.
Yeah, dude, I was ready, bro. I was looking forward to it.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
I never
me
went
as
to any of
well.
that stuff, to be honest. I mean, I was
Yeah,
probably
dude.
gonna go this year. I was not gonna lie. I was thinking about asking a girl. I
Really?
had her in my mind the entire year, and
What's
prom was
the
coming
letter start with?
up.
Can I guess what the letter it is?
You can
You
guess.
guess.
Just the letter, though. Honestly, just the letter.
A, B, B,
It wasn't B.
I.
It was I.
Okay.
It was I.
I don't want to
And I was thinking about going
Haven't
with
been
her,
the
but you know,
same
then
since,
Corona happened, and it is what it
Haven't
is.
been the same.
So, guys, I mean, I guess let's just talk about high school since it's over. You know,
Right.
might as well look back on it.
Right.
We have that under our belt. We might as well look back.
True.
Best memories. You know, we can actually start off with this. We just finished high school. We just went through 4 years, 3.5. I mean, Corona canceled half of our senior year.
Oh God.
Tips. Any tips to future incoming freshmen?
Tips.
Or anybody who's in high school. Tips
Right.
that you would give. Let's summarize it in 3. Each person, 3 tips that you would give to any high schooler or incoming freshman. Who wants to
Okay.
go first?
I feel like you should go first because I feel like you also have ideas up there thinking right now. I need some
All
time
right,
to
so
think.
I'll go first.
I have like the most like simple idea ever.
Right.
Well,
that
maybe
everyone
the
tells
simplest things are the
everybody.
best things, right?
Hey, you know what? That might
Yeah,
be
but
that
people
might be a
don't-
tip right
Dude.
there. That might be a tip right
All right,
there.
dude. I'm gonna go ahead and go first.
Okay.
I have 3 main tips.
Uh-huh.
The first one for me has to be to make friends.
Right.
Make friends in high school.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
When I came into high school, people always told me to make memories.
Mm-hmm.
But you need people to make those memories with. That's what a lot of people forget. I mean, me personally, especially, throughout middle school and stuff like that, I would talk to people, but I never really had that friend group per se.
Right.
Like
Or-
that you'd like meet up with your friends.
Yeah,
every day
I
or
never
something.
did that. I never
Right,
had
right,
a
right.
Saturday night hanging out with the friends. I never had a Friday sleepover, and that's fine. Just in middle school, at least, I played a lot of Xbox. That just wasn't me. But then coming into high school, I came in thinking, well, it's fine. I don't need this group of friends. I don't need that friend I can hit up. But I was wrong. I mean, so many times I wish I had that friend group that I could talk to or that friend that I could hit up, you know, to, hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to go to homecoming? Hey, I kind of want to hang out on a Friday night.
Right.
Doing all those things. And not only that, but also going to school events such as games and getting involved in things such as Expo. Because even though I could go, it's kind of that idea of you feel alone and you feel alone in a room full of people.
Mhm.
The
Because
popular loner
yeah, exactly. Because
type thing.
look, in every room, right? Imagine I were to go to a football game or to Expo or something. Sure, it's a room full of people, but
Right, right.
every room
clicks. Everybody
has
got a click.
everybody has
Everybody
their
got a
click.
click.
Everybody
Yep.
has their little
That's
click.
how it
And when you're
go.
not part of a clique, you can try to get involved, but it's just not the same.
Right.
And also many times, right, through high school, you're going to go through a lot of things. Hormones, downs, ups. You want to talk to people about that.
Mhm.
You know, thankfully for me, I was very religious. I'd say, freshman and sophomore year, I was a lot more religious than I am now, to be honest. My relationship with God has strayed away a little bit. But freshman and sophomore year, I always went to God. I mean, I told Trevor, when I used to have crushes on girls, I would pray to God. I'd be like, God, I'd be there for like an hour, 2 hours, just talking to God like he was my friend. I'd be like, God, I like this girl. Like, she's so pretty. Please make me better looking. That's what I would say. I would like, please make me the best version
Please
of
make
myself.
my nose smaller. Not playing.
Trevor!
Hey, you gave me that. You gave me that idea.
I gave you that idea, bro. Yeah, please make my nose smaller, bro. I would just say, God, make me more attractive in her eyes. And,
Right.
and I remember
I think
I would
that's-
always end the prayer off saying, but God, if she isn't the one for me, let her pass. That's what I would say.
Wow.
If she isn't the one for me,
Yeah, it's very
no matter
mature.
how
That's
much
very
it hurts
mature.
me, let her pass.
Freshman.
Wait, so you
Jonathan,
want
that was
your
very
first
mature.
girlfriend to be your wife?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was for my dad. That's how it's probably not for my brother. He dated so many girls. My brother's, he's at sleepovers with girls. He's done, not even want to talk about that. But it was for my dad. You know, he married his first girlfriend. Actually, that's a lie too. Why is he telling me to do that then? I just thought about it. My dad was kind of a player. But yeah, I want my first girlfriend to be my wife. Or at least I want to date someone whom I can see a future with.
No, wait. I think that's a valid. I think you should want that. I think at this point when you're 18, you shouldn't date somebody that you don't want to like everybody's like dated somebody that's like, okay, what, you know.
Yeah. Like it's obviously
right.
gonna end
Like
type
if I'm
shit.
gonna date someone from this point on for the rest of my life, I wouldn't date them if I like couldn't be like
picture myself.
right. Like I'll like, dude, like if I'm dating someone right now, like it needs to be someone that I could picture like being a dad with. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not dating, like if you can't picture that person, then why are you like dating at this point in your life? Like you can date in middle school and high school or like early high school and be like, oh, whatever. But like at this point, like I feel like, you know, it's got to be like pretty valid. So,
Do you
however,
think you're picky?
yeah, probably.
I think I'm hella picky.
Yeah, for sure. I want like I
Finish your
want
point after that.
I think you should. I think every relationship you got to learn. So I don't think your first relationship should be the one.
Okay.
This is me talking
No,
to you.
most definitely.
Because I
And
think
you can
every
absolutely- yeah.
every relationship that goes on is you learn something from it, you grow.
Dude,
I think
my
it's
God,
I think
that's so
I think
facts,
like
bro.
I think like to have like the mentality that the first person I'm gonna date is gonna be the person I'm gonna be with forever. I don't think which.
That's
Okay,
not what
wait.
I'm
Honestly,
saying.
honestly,
Again,
that's cap. Honestly, that's cap. Because I just got done talking about like if you want to be with someone, you want to. Okay, so like,
Here,
but
let me clarify my point quickly. When I mean that, it's I want to see a future.
Right,
I'm
right,
not
for
saying
sure.
you're going to be the one
On
because
God.
many times I don't know, but
you're saying you want to spend
many
like
times you don't know.
extended periods.
Yeah,
of
like
time.
for example, imagine I
Right.
like a girl,
Right.
but she's a year younger and she's going to a complete different college and
Right.
she has a complete different plan.
Right.
Let's just be honest. It's probably just not. It's just
Yeah,
not going to
yeah,
work
yeah.
out,
Right,
right?
right,
It's just
right.
not going to work out. And in situations like that, that's when I try to step back and I say, Johnny, are you investing in something that's going to end up in a dead end? You know?
Yeah, but sometimes the dead ends like.
You learn.
Right, you learn a lot on the way.
Yeah, you learn a lot. That is
and
so
like
true.
Dude,
for me
I had,
personally,
like, the two opposites, bro.
What are you trying to say to
Like I'm not gonna get into detail with it, but like,
Bro.
but like the first one and the second one were like total opposites.
That's true. That's true with your girl. That's true. For me, I think. I don't know what I was gonna say. I forgot.
No, you said on not.
You were talking something about dead ends.
having the one right away.
I know, but something after.
And I'm
you
learning
said,
from relationships.
Right, but it was something after the dead end part. I had something to say about the dead end part. Oh, I don't think you should look. If you're getting into a relationship and you're like, you know what, this probably won't work. Like 6 months from now, it's not gonna work. I don't think if you're going in with that mentality, bro, like
Dude,
you're not gonna get the most. You're not gonna enjoy yourself while you're in it. Like,
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be like, you just gotta live in the moment and be like, yo, like this is going on right now. I'm happy. This is what's making me happy right now. It's what's gonna make me happy tomorrow. You shouldn't shouldn't stress
that's how
like.
I was living, bro.
Right, bro.
That's
You shouldn't be
literally how
thinking like, you know what, dude? 7 months from now, like I'm gonna be in pain. I'm gonna be in pain.
I was literally planning
Like
that shit.
you should not be.
Summer, bro. I was like, okay, I'm gonna plan for all this pain.
I know, like
I'm ready.
Like you got to just be like, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. Boom. Tomorrow's a new day.
That is so true.
Let's make it. I'm liking it right now. I like my life right now. I like my spot. I'm just saying the spot. If you keep liking the spot as the months go by, then obviously like it gets more serious, and you know what I mean.
Take it one day at a time, almost.
Right,
type
right,
mentality.
of course.
Don't try to see an entire year.
Of course.
Of
course.
Don't try to see the entire picture because you and the other person, you guys paint the picture as you go. There's
Oh
not
my
an
dude.
entire picture already
Wow,
there.
bro.
That was decent.
Yeah, that was
Chase,
nice.
damn, yeah,
That was nice. That was nice.
That was actually decent. Wait, guys, let's get back to our points. It's 3 tips.
Okay.
So first tip, make friends, because me personally from experience, I learned that if I would have had friends in certain situations, and I'm talking about close friends, like people who you actually hit up, people you can talk to.
Like your mains, like
your
main
mates. I
group,
feel like
right,
it would
right.
have made high school a lot more enjoyable. That's my
Okay.
first tip.
Okay.
Have friends. Get in there. Just talk to people. Be yourself. Make friends. Try to hang out.
Can I add on to that right quick?
Yeah.
I think it's important that you should have friends in all places. Like, you shouldn't be like with the cliques. Like, yeah, you got your clique. Like, you're cool with you be hanging out with these type of people. But I think it's just as important to be friends with the person you're not going to hang.
Smart people in calc class,
Right?
Dude,
right.
like all
the people
sorts,
who
bro.
grind
All
band.
sorts.
People who like go home and play the
Exactly.
trumpet for 4 hours to grind. The people who like don't care about any other class except for art. The people who care about music.
Yeah.
People who like literally grind school with their life. Like that is
Like
their job.
everywhere I'm going, I'm
Right.
waving high. Like,
Right,
to
got
almost
to.
everybody.
No,
You just need to
definitely.
open. You just need to open as many doors as possible and be cool with as many people as
You
possible.
guys are
because
leading
you
into
just
my
don't
second
know.
point.
So
You guys
true.
are leading into
And
my
just
second point.
Talk.
My
That's
second
right.
point was going to be kind.
Right.
Be kind.
Right.
Don't walk with a stick up your butt. Don't walk thinking
Facts.
you're better than anybody else because you're
Facts.
not. And if you act like that, trust people are talking trash behind you.
Trust. Big
Don't
trust.
don't treat people like they're less. We're all in high school trying to have a good time. We're all in high school trying
Right.
to learn, trying
Everybody's
to
got
graduate.
their own thing to do.
Put your ego aside and just enjoy everybody's presence. Please enjoy everybody's presence because it makes everything so much more enjoyable. It makes everything so much more enjoyable. Just be nice to people and trust me, they'll be nice back. Most of the time. Obviously, there are scenarios with people. I mean, even when people aren't nice to you at first, they'll come by. At least for me personally, that's happened where I've been nice to someone and at first I can tell maybe they don't like me as much, but as time goes on, they start to open up. They start to,
Right.
enjoy
And you
my
don't
presence.
like you don't know how people are going to change and grow. I look at our freshman class and who I was cool with and who I didn't think I was going to hang out with, and I look at them like how much everybody's changed now. Like people
Guys,
people
not only
change.
that,
I don't want to say names, bro.
Oh God, it's hard not to
I have
say
names, bro.
Like start roasting some.
No, facts. Guys, not only that, but you don't know what people are going through behind the scenes.
Without a doubt.
You don't know. I've
That's
talked
true.
to certain people that
100%
I
true.
don't know that much, and the things they tell me, I'm like, what? Like, you go through that? Like, I was talking to this one
You
kid.
think they have it good, type
That's
thing.
how it
You
goes.
think you have it good? I was talking to this one kid, and he was telling me he was struggling in math. And not gonna lie, my first thought that came to my mind, I was like, you're not trying hard enough. That's what came to me. You know why? Because that was me. Because freshman and sophomore year, I did bad in math because I didn't try.
Mhm.
And, I picked it up later throughout the years. But this
Mhm.
guy, he was like, I'm not doing good in math. And I was like, you just gotta try more. That was stupid. A few weeks later, he told me that he's working every single day.
Right.
From he gets home at 3, works from 3 to 3 in the morning. Every day.
Whoa.
I'm like, what?
For some reason, I don't believe that, but like
He's working at the farm.
bet
He's a
she's
farm
working-
boy.
Oh,
He's a
oh,
farm
oh,
boy.
okay,
That's a
okay.
completely different life.
It's true.
That is
It's
completely
true.
different life. I mean, obviously
Wait,
when
so
it's
you're
sports,
like planning crops at 3 in the morning, though.
dude, he's
Farmers grind,
You do
bro.
not know
Farmers
what
Actually,
farmer's life is
I feel like
Farmers
if
life.
you say you do not know what farmer's life is like,
Well,
honestly,
I
my
feel like
family
his
works on the
dad
farm. I
takes
have
care of the
people at
farm.
church who work at the farm. Dude, I know this one guy. He lives on the farm. He has to keep covering in for people because people who work at the farm, they're usually people who are just looking to make extra cash.
It's hard
They're
work.
in
It's
and out
hard
of their
work.
job.
Yeah.
You don't have loyal people there who check in, get there on time. Like, I'm just saying this because someone at my church, he's like a supervisor at a farm. Workers come and go because it's a job that doesn't pay much. It's a job that sucks. It's a job that nobody wants to work. So any other opportunity, they're gone. They're not showing up to work that day. And he has to cover shift after shift after shift.
Right.
Same thing with him. His dad is like the guy who leads the farm. So who's covering? Him and his family. Simple as that. So yeah, just be kind to everybody.
Wait, can you go away from the mic real quick and then say the name?
Of who?
The farmer.
Okay.
Just
go away
freshman,
from the
bro. I didn't even know
mic.
his name, to be honest. He was a freshman who was in gym class. He would,
he's a
he wouldn't get
freshman
involved
too.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this is the thing. All right, so first point, make friends. Second point, be kind. What?
Dude, I think 3 a.m. might be a stretch. It might be a stretch. It might be a stretch.
Maybe.
Let's keep it a buck.
I don't know. I mean, man, that's what he
Like,
told
look,
me,
I'm
bro.
not one to talk. I'm not a farmer. I've been raised in a city my whole life. Which, actually, I lived kind of in a farm when I was younger, but that doesn't really count.
No, you're right. I got to take everything with a pinch of salt. You know? I got to be a little
My
bit-
relatives are farmers, though. They're hard workers. Yeah, they wake up at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm
farmer-
saying.
farmers
they do work
grind.
intense.
Yeah, on
exactly,
grind.
bro. They grind.
Yeah.
Nah, you're right. I got to take everything with a pinch of salt. Maybe he was stretching it to not do his math. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a freshie, too. That's-
Exactly. He was a freshman. I guess you're right. But yeah, just be kind to everybody because you don't know what they're going through.
Right.
All right.
Agreed.
First point, make friends. Second point, be kind. Third point is just full send it. I'm going to summarize this quickly. Try in your classes. Study for tests. You want to talk to that girl? Talk to her. Hit her up. You want to hang out with someone? Tell them. You don't lose
Don't
anything.
be upset when she rejects you. I
Exactly.
just stuttered.
Just full send. Those are my 3 points.
Okay.
Trevor,
Fair.
You can go next with your 3. Tips to high
my
schoolers.
3. Oh, dude, you just caught me off guard.
I don't know if I have 3, but I definitely have some
Or just
valid,
if you
I
have
some valid
one,
ones.
even just one. Just whatever tip you think incoming freshmen or people in high school should hear.
Well, I think it's important to have those main people. We already talked about that. And so it's the main people. Definitely try hard because once you're later in life, you're going to be so upset that you didn't try. Actually, that's not true for everyone, but most of the time, you just do your best at everything type
That's
thing.
true.
And that's it. 2 tips.
Okay, say less. Chase?
I guess.
Bro, you're putting us on the spot, and this is
My
like
bad,
a hard
boys.
middle. This is kind of hard.
I guess my tip, like.
I'd have to think of like a situation that was like, holy shit.
Right.
Or holy
Yeah,
crap.
facts.
Like, yeah.
You're chilling, bro. I mean, you're fine.
I just think like. Oh, I would say don't be afraid to embarrass yourself. In fact,
Yes,
like embarrass
dude,
yourself.
make fun of yourself.
Like, bro,
yes,
when
you
we
gotta
get
be able
bro,
to make fun of yourself.
like when we go
Dude,
to I
make
college,
myself look like a clown, bro.
you
all
got
the
to
time.
like when we all go to college, bro. Like everybody's in the same spot. Everybody's like, oh, who's
Chase,
that? You know,
I'm gonna-
everybody's
I'm
shot.
gonna be the
Like you
stupid
need to
kid.
you need to
Like-
be a dumbass. You
Yes.
have to be, and you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to mess up in front of the people or your peers because like, dude. Everybody like I don't know. I just think like for a long time I was way too like focused on like trying to be cool guy, trying to be cool on like Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to keep it like
Yeah,
you know, like
okay,
I'm cool guy.
yeah.
Like I don't like I don't really do
I'm
all
that
that
petty
kid.
Chase.
I don't do that little. I don't do that little kid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like posting like hard
Okay.
pics on
You try to
Instagram.
act hard.
I know, but like I'm like,
Okay.
dude, like that wasn't me. Like bro, like you know what I mean? Like I play
Chase, I
Minecraft.
remember you
I love
used
Star
to-
Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll
Are you
like.
saying all people who love Star Wars are nerds or?
No, I'm playing.
Hey, Star Wars is cool.
I have a lightsaber. I have a lightsaber in my room.
All right, bro.
I have hella lightsabers.
That is
That's
that is an amazing.
Dude, I used to have
lightsabers.
wand. I used to have Harry Potter wand fights, bro.
No, that is a beautiful tip. That's so true.
That's what
That
she
is so
said.
true. Oh, beautiful tip. Okay.
Yeah.
That was really good, Chase. Not gonna lie, that is nice. I mean, yeah, just fear of failure. You know, that
Right,
kind of goes
right.
into that as well. I mean, many
Sure.
times,
Right.
especially with me, with like sports or other things that I wanted to try out, I didn't do it because I was afraid I was gonna be embarrassed. Because
Right.
I was afraid that someone was gonna be like, "Yo, you're not that good." I was afraid that people were gonna call me out.
Mhm.
Then after a while, I'm like, "Who gives a frick, dude?"
Right.
Like, dude, who gives a frick?
Who gives a frick, dude? Honestly, Johnny, I can't cap, bro. I was going through TikTok the other day, and I saw TikTok, and like there's a recent trend. People that are watching this obviously know what TikTok is.
Yeah, they do
know. It said drop the most heartbreaking thing you've heard, Athletes Edition.
Oh, was that?
I clicked on the comments to just to see.
Johnny was in the comments. I'm gonna catch it.
Yes, he was. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just check out the comments.
Double
Like,
tap liked it.
I'm gonna just see how it goes. You know what I mean? And then
I don't like to comment.
that's the first comment I see is Jonathan Salas. So I was like, and you quoted like you just quoted like whatever.
Ow.
Keep going.
I forgot I was. Oh yeah.
My TikTok comment.
Yeah, right. But I forgot I was gonna. I just remember like it was like you were quoting like Coach Irick or something.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I think he said something like, I remember we were scrimmaging at the end of the game, and that's when he started cutting people.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
He started walking up to players,
Right,
and
that
right
was
after
it.
he talked to those players, their heads went like this.
This is so funny.
I remember when he
This
talked
is
to
a
Bennett
funny
Becker,
story.
Bennett's face just changed. Boom.
Dude, that was bullshit.
Like, he was-
Bennett was a decent
Oh,
player.
God.
That was bold.
Poker
But
face too.
Coach
He doesn't get like
Irick
that.
was shooting down players. I was
Right.
like, dang.
Dude, low
Next thing
key,
you know-
it was a little bit of a popularity contest. I am dead serious. The sport was kind of like that.
Yeah.
It was kind of
Especially with the captains, like kind of having
Yeah.
to say like who, you know what I'm saying?
Captains basically picked the team low key.
Okay.
a little bit.
Dude, but this is the thing. I mean, it benefited me senior year, but no, I'm playing. But dude, this is the thing. I saw Coach walking towards me. We were scrimmaging. I was playing left
What's
back.
going through your head right now? You
He
see
was in
Coach-
the
This is so
midfield,
funny.
and he starts coming towards me.
Uh-huh.
First thing I do is I do a little prayer. I'm like, God, please. God.
But if it's not meant to be, it's
God, please. But then I'm like, stop it. But then I'm like, God, please. And I'm like, maybe he's coming over here to give me tips. Maybe he's coming over here to tell me I'm doing a good job. Maybe he's coming over here to tell me I'm going to be the starter. He keeps walking, bro. I start walking back. I'm back. I'm
away
walking
from him.
backwards. Coach is walking sideways because he's trying to look at the field. He's trying to look at the ball. The ball's on the other
Right,
side.
right.
And I'm jogging backwards.
Show it with your hands.
I'm-
What happens?
Like, okay, this is Coach Irick right here in the midfield, and I'm right here. Coach starts doing this, and I start doing this. I'm like, oh, there's space behind me. Might as well open up just in case my team gets the ball back. I keep walking, and it gets to the point where, like, if I keep walking, Coach is gonna know. Like, I'm gonna be outside of the field. He comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, Johnny," my heart dropped. My heart dropped. Like right there, I was just like, "This is it." He was like, "Hey, Johnny, sorry you didn't make the team." He's like, "Thank you for trying out. Keep practicing. Come back next year." First thing that came to my mind was a phrase that I actually practiced before. Because I was like, just in case I get cut, might as well practice.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed him by the hand and I said, "Thank you so much, Coach, for the opportunity. Good luck with your season." I practiced that like 10 times before, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Simple as that. It sucked. It sucked so bad. Dude, and I remember Trevor, after the tryout,
I remember this too.
Trevor was so hyped.
I didn't even know
He
what
was
you were
like,
gonna
because
say.
he made the team.
Yeah.
Trevor was so hyped. He was like, "Let's go." And then I was sitting on the ground, taking my cleats off. Trevor's like, "Yo, you made the team, right?"
I literally remember that, bro. I
He was
swear
like,
to God.
and,
Oh, God.
then I was like, I looked up at him, and it's like, "Johnny." That's what he said.
Johnny.
And then I
I
was
started
like, I
roasting
didn't.
you.
I didn't, bro. It sucked, man. It sucked a lot. But to be honest, dude, I'm honestly happy for that. I'm happy I got cut because ever since then, I've kind of had a mentality switch almost. I kind of came to the conclusion that, well, actually, that's not when that happened. It happened like the first days of school. I was stuck on a Cassius. You guys know Cass. A little
yeah.
bit of insight on Cass.
Absolutely.
Absolute demigod.
Saw him
You
pulling
guys,
cars,
you
like,
guys know
a
what
couple
Maui
days
looks
ago.
like? That's Cassius. Imagine Maui. That's Cassius. Maui.
You're welcome.
Oh.
guy.
From Juana. You're welcome. That's Lodi Cassius.
Yeah.
Absolute demigod. Good kid. Great student.
great guy.
Good heart. What is he going D2 for football?
Yep.
Just-
Big guy.
Duluth,
Big guy.
Duluth.
Yeah, guys.
Big guy. He's
Just to
shredded.
summarize it,
Yeah.
he's a hard worker.
Oh yeah.
So this year starts. I'm talking to everybody. I'm like, yeah, I got cut. But it's like, oh man, you're probably good enough, dude. It is what it is. Just try out next year. I was like, yeah, getting sympathy from people.
Right.
I sit down with Cassius. He's like, "Yo, you playing soccer this year?" I'm like, "No, I got cut." And he's like, "What did you train?" And I was like, I mean, a little bit. He's like, "Why did you expect to make the team?"
Damn.
He says, I was like, "Bro, what?" It's
Right.
like, where's the sympathy, mate? You know? And then he comes to tell me, he's like, "Johnny, I'm trying to go to state for wrestling. I've been training my butt off this summer." As simple as that, and he left. Like,
And that was
then he
enough.
went to
That was
state.
enough
And
to
that
tell
was
you.
enough. I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
and I
And
was
then
like-
he went to state.
and then
He
went
did-
to
he did
state.
go to state.
And then
He did
went
go to state,
He
yeah.
literally told me, "I want to go to state, so I've been working my butt off."
And he went to state.
And he went to state, and I was like, "Bro, I know the trick." I was doing something really bad. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. But dude, I just gotta work hard, man.
Right.
Go
I just
with
gotta
it, I
work
can say
hard.
it. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna say. I just gotta work hard, man. Honestly, getting cut was one of the best things that's ever happened in my life because I kind of went from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. I
Okay.
used to have the mindset that smart kids good grades, that smart kids get good grades. The mindset that the mindset that the athletic kids get into the varsity teams.
Right.
That broken fixed mindset, that
Like
mindset that I wasn't born to be a good student.
Okay.
That idea, or the
Right.
idea of the teacher just doesn't like me. That was me. But then I came to the idea, no, it all comes down to effort. It all comes down to how much you want it. I mean, yes, I feel like we're all born with certain gifts. I feel like we're all born
Different privileges.
with different
Right.
abilities, and you have to try to pursue those abilities and try to see what you're good at. But whatever you want, man, if you put your mind to it, you can get it done. As simple as that.
Right.
And that's how I've been thinking every day.
You know, one of the greatest quotes I heard was, or like it was a big quote for our basketball team, and the quote, it was kind of like not a catchphrase, I don't know, catchphrase, saying kind of thing, and it was, how you do anything is how you do everything. Like when you're cleaning up, you clean up the gym after practice, you're picking up water bottles. How you do that is the same as how much effort you put into playing on Friday night or playing on Saturday night, north south. How you come into the gym and start stretching. It's you put the same amount of effort and like focus, like intensity into that as you would in the last 2 minutes of a big conference game. You know what I'm saying? And I think that kind of applies to, look, like you might not like school, but you still should put effort into it. Or
I lacked that hella in hockey.
You're saying like
hella, bro. I'd walk, dude. I'd like walk it.
hockey, dude. Hockey's
Dude.
different. Hockey's different.
Dude,
though. Hockey is different.
I would walk. I'm a captain.
Mhm.
I'd walk into the workout room, workout room, and I'd literally start like kicking soccer balls at people and shit. No, I'd never stretched before games, dude. Like I hated that sport so much. Like,
How did you play it?
like, dude, every day. Like I was like in stats.
Because you
7th hour.
played your whole life. So like, why would
Yeah. I can't. I gotta finish it off.
Right.
But what other sport would I play? Like a b-ball.
Nah, I don't know. But Chase, what you're saying is absolutely facts, dude. And I mean, if you think about it, if you look at the best athletes, bro, people like Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, so many stories of them being competitive and everything. I mean, there's a story in specific of Cristiano Ronaldo where he invited friends over. I think Rio Ferdinand, another one of his soccer teammates, he beat him in pool. Or in, what's that game here? What's that game called?
Ping pong.
Yeah, ping pong. He beat him in ping pong in front of everybody. You know what Ronaldo did? Ronaldo bought a ping pong table. He practiced every day, and he got everybody back, and he beat him in front of everybody. That's literally what he did.
That's a good little
Dude,
Ronaldo story.
and he's one of the greatest soccer players that ever lived,
Right.
to ever play the game. That
Right.
says a lot.
It does.
Like that quote, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
True.
It's true. Oh, it's
It's
true.
true.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to say.
I met a lot of people. That one.
I'm lost.
All right, guys. Yeah, bro, that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, we gave the tips for incoming freshmen and people who are in high school. I guess high school guys, best memories. I guess we can talk about that.
Dude, I'd have to close
Dude, I
my
would
eyes
literally,
and
I would
spend
have
like
to
2
think
hours
for,
and then writing them down
First
in
thing
a
that comes
notebook.
to
No,
mind.
I'd have to go through the Snapchat memory or something. Like I don't even know.
On
bro.
God, I'd have to see. I do not.
Dude, because dude, there's crazy shit that I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot that.
Right.
happened. Like,
Freshman
and
year?
it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's crazy shit that.
Dude,
happened.
I don't. Dude,
You just can't,
I can't.
Well, that says a
cannot.
lot. That says a lot. It's a good thing. That says a lot. There's so many to choose from. You can't even choose. It's
Right,
better
like,
than.
Chase
It's better
just
than.
scratched his neck with the cord.
He's
Okay,
trying
keep going. Keep going.
You know, it's better than trying to think of a high school memory, and not even be able to think of one. You know,
Right,
it's
right.
better to be overwhelmed by them than not even be able to think of one.
Mm-hmm. You
So-
got any?
Nah. But I guess we can just move on from that because I don't want to be the only one talking about
Yeah.
that, and then you
Okay.
guys.
We'll move on from the high school talk or something.
Bro, one last
Oh, you
thing.
want
One
to
last thing?
One thing you're gonna miss from high school. One thing you're gonna miss.
Miss letter. Fuck, we're live.
We're not live. We're not live.
Hey, okay.
You see my TikTok?
We're not live. We're
Hey,
just recording.
Hey,
Right.
No, we can, bro. We got you. No, but yeah, Miss Letter.
Great teacher.
No, I'm just kidding. She's a
Yeah.
great teacher. She was my favorite teacher. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her teaching style because she was he had a lot of enthusiasm.
stop trying to cover it up.
I know.
Cover what up? My love for U.S. history, what she taught. Relax, Golden Raiders. No, she was a great teacher. I actually really loved her class. I really loved history.
Okay.
No, but what I'm gonna miss from high school, honestly,
Stop the cap.
is just our innocence. Nah, I'm playing.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do right
No,
there.
no.
You're trying to connect it back to the title, huh? I mean, the
Stuck in
name.
Adolescence.
Right. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Were you doing that on purpose?
No, I wasn't. But
Oh.
I'm just gonna miss like
I
the
still didn't
fact
even
that
see
we're
it.
all trying to figure ourselves out. We're all trying to grow. We're all
Mhm.
trying to just, I guess, have a good time and vibe out.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Like I'm gonna miss the conversations that I would just have with the random classmate all of a sudden, and
Mhm.
and you know I'd get to know so much more about him in one single conversation. I'd miss just the, you know, just the vibes that existed in the classroom, in the high school classroom, that just won't translate to college for
It
one
won't.
reason or
Right.
another. You
Right.
know.
You know, honestly, that's a fact. Like I'll miss this honestly goes like kind of like hand in hand with the points we were talking about earlier. Bro, people might call you like a suck up, whatever. Was I a suck up? Probably. You know, that's how
Not me as
that's
well.
that's how it go. But like, dude, some of my best memories are me like making fun of the teacher or like
Yes,
or asking
yes,
or
dude.
asking the teacher
Dude,
like,
questions.
oh, how are your kids? Oh,
Or
how's the fam?
shit,
Like
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, bro. Because
That's
dude,
so
they're
true.
people too. They
That's
want to
so
know.
true.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Mrs. Cook. The amount of times I talked to her about her kids and talked about like her life outside
Dude,
of
I'd
school,
mess around with
and
Mrs. Cook
right,
all
and we
the
would
time.
just chat it
she's a
up.
beast.
Like, dude, that's like that. I'm gonna miss that because in college all the classes are too big and all like that, or there's too many people in all the classes, so you don't like get to know
Yeah,
your teacher
know
on
your
that personal
professor,
level. Like
yeah.
where you can like give Mrs. Damrow a hard time in calc or something like that.
Yeah,
you know
dude,
what I'm
Miss
saying? Like
Damrow's a
I'm
beast
gonna
as
miss that.
well.
I'm gonna miss like messing with the teachers, giving them a hard time, making
Yeah.
jokes with them, or like you know just trying to like
Almost that close relationship that exists between
Right,
everybody. Because
right.
even though it's a school of 1,500,
Right.
you still have a closer relationship than at a school
Just,
of
like,
how
to
many
g-
does Ohio State have?
like
60,
60,000.
60,000.
60,000. That's a huge
I
difference.
What about
Yeah,
lacrosse?
dude.
How many does lacrosse have?
We have like 10K. It's a
That's
lot.
valid.
Of
That's valid, yeah.
I think it's 12.
It's 12. Yeah,
think
your
it's
brother
12.
goes there, so you would know more.
That's true.
For now.
You
know I'm
go.
going
You're
there.
about to go.
It's you. It's always you. Oh my gosh. I don't have the notes. No, but you're 100% right, man. And dude, the thing with high school is like I was thinking about it, dude. High school is just different, man. Because look, think about it like this. High school is romanticized so much more than college. I can count the amount of high school movies that I've seen. College movies though,
Fact.
it's
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
That's a
college
fact.
movies
If it's a
that-
college movie, it's
it's
parties.
reference.
Yes,
If
you
it's
got a
college,
fact. You got a
all
fact.
it is, it's people partying.
Right.
They never show the life
Right.
in college because
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
different. It's just so much
It's
more different.
it's less. Everybody's more individual. Everybody's more
Exactly.
grown up.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
And
more
the
grown up.
thing is,
It's more grown up
It's because
stuff.
in high school, everybody they're almost in their own world. Like I remember when I first came into high school, I literally thought the world revolved around me. You know, everybody's the main character in high school. When people go into college,
Main character.
they get the mindset of, you know what, maybe life isn't as good as it should be, right? Because you start to grow up, you start to get a little bit
Right,
more-
you start to realize like, damn, I'm gonna have to pay a mortgage.
Exactly.
Damn, I'm only
Exactly.
gonna make like 75 grand a year. That's like not that much big picture. Like I'm not gonna be able to live. I'm not gonna be able to be like,
Have
Kylie
4
Jenner.
kids.
right. I'm not gonna be able like to afford a Lambo or something like that. Like freshman me,
Have
I
a
was like,
plastic
yeah,
butt, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Have a plastic butt. Is that what you said?
It's like Kim or both of them.
All of
Kim or-
except, no, except for Kendall.
Courtney. Courtney's not the fit. Oh, Kendall. Oh,
Kendall.
Kendall is a dime. She is.
It's true. She's a dime.
She's a dime.
It's true.
Well, I mean,
I think
every player in the NBA knows her. You know
Ah,
what I mean? So I don't
that's
think-
true.
I'm kidding. We're not here shaming women.
Ben
I d-
Simmons.
no, stop. I
You're-
don't care who women
Fair.
sleep
Simmons.
with. I don't care what they do. It was a joke. All right, we're not here sexualizing women. No.
I care what they do.
Well, I don't because I feel like if a guy goes sleeping around, they don't say anything to him. So if a girl wants to sleep around and do whatever she wants,
I don't agree with the guy or girl doing that.
It was a joke. All right, it was a joke, guys.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
want
do-
anybody-
do
I
you-
don't-
no.
I don't want anybody getting butthurt.
Look, to all the girls watching this, do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. You
Negative.
want to have
Oh,
sex with 10 guys? Go ahead.
Negative.
Okay,
no,
but-
happy.
no. Do not
Well,
have sex with 10
I'm
guys.
not going to have
Very
a voice
bad
on how
idea.
the people live their lives.
Oh,
That's
I
just
am.
me.
Go-
I am not
would-
going to.
I am going to tell people not to have sex with 10 people. Yeah.
Well, go to LA and tell people that.
Oh God.
Go to
Oh,
LA
yeah,
and tell
I'll
people
They
get
got
shit
hella
on.
bodies over
So
there.
many
get shit
celebrities
on.
have done that.
Well, I'm just. I
Because if
just
I
think-
tell someone how to live their life, or how to
it's just my
correct their
opinion. It's my
morals.
opinion that like, for me personally, I'm not like that. I wouldn't be able to go around doing that. That's me personally.
Yeah, no.
So would
Dude,
I
the
recommend?
the guilt
would I
after shit
would I
like that, bro.
would I
There's
recommend
no-
doing that? Maybe
I
not.
guess I don't recommend it. I
Put
guess
the
you're right.
glass out
I
of
don't
it.
recommend it, but
Oh, okay.
I guess I don't care if you do it. As simple as that. Like, yeah,
Fair.
if you were to ask me for advice, yeah, I'd tell you, hey, maybe relax a little bit, you know, maybe try to settle down. But if you're not asking me,
Let me. You know what, Johnny? Let me pose.
Dude, it's
let
not
me-
safe. It's
let-
not right.
Johnny,
I
let me
just-
pose this question at you. This is kind of heavy. This is kind of a heavy hitter for you.
do it.
So the question I have for you.
No.
So
go.
okay, so like you said, you haven't had a girlfriend yet or a serious
Exactly,
girlfriend,
yeah.
right? So how would you feel? So you're starting to get comfortable. You start dating this woman. You like her a lot.
She's had sex with 10 guys.
It's a serious relationship. It's a serious relationship. You really like. You
Like
believe
you're like
in
I could
this.
see. Yeah, I could.
You
see
believe
this
in this.
later
Like we were
in
talking
my
about, you
life.
can see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now you maybe you haven't been as experienced as she has, and she's maybe had like a couple. I'm not like there's no specific number. I don't whatever. She's had a couple more boyfriends and been around the block maybe a couple more times than you have.
100%.
Would you be like in your heart? Would you be like, you know what, man? Like I wish you shared the same. Like I wish we were on the same level. Like would that affect the way you feel?
That's the thing. I mean,
Would you be like, you know what? Like I wish,
like I wish. What do you mean?
Dude, because I do kind of think like the people who have sex a lot and the people who have sex a lot get married, and like the people
That's
who are
what
more
I'm
innocent,
saying.
the people
That's
who
what
are
I
more
was going to
innocent
lead
get
into.
married.
People have different mindsets,
Right,
and
so-
I don't think I would lead towards someone with that certain mindset or with that certain lifestyle.
Fair, that's
Look,
fair.
me, I don't
Like,
drink.
I
don't
want an
smoke.
innocent girl.
I don't think I'm someone in the party scene. Like I
Right.
said, like that one girl who I was telling you about. She's an innocent girl, right?
Very,
Yeah.
very.
You know who she is too?
I saw your TikTok, bro.
Exposed.
It's your, it's only your. Why am I not getting the notes? No, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like I feel like it's
You're
just,
saying like, you know what? If these type of people match, you're over in this pool, and there's some other people in this pool.
I don't
that-
even think I'd be
Right.
in their pool. But if I were to be in their pool and they were to have that many
No.
bodies and I would really feel about it, to be honest, yeah. If I really
If you
felt
took a
about
dip, if you dipped your toes in that pool,
I mean that's what I'm saying, bro. Like if I really vibed with her,
right?
I would look past that almost.
I think okay.
But if she
Yeah.
wants to go back to the lifestyle, she
No,
wants to keep doing that. Like,
I agree with
God.
forgiveness and looking past.
Agreed.
100%.
I think the three most powerful words are I forgive you.
Oh yeah.
you know
Dude,
what?
forgiveness is key.
No, you know the
Forgiveness is
thing
key.
with forgiveness with me actually, in specific, is I realize that it's a lot harder than it seems. So much harder
Right.
because I'm a
Or you
hypocrite.
might say you forgive someone, but you actually
Exactly.
don't. You actually don't.
It's hard not to
Like,
keep
yeah.
it in your gut. It's hard not
Yeah,
to, you know
yeah.
what I
Oh
mean?
my gosh, dude, I feel like I'm a hypocrite, dude, because I remember I would.
Dude, I was just gonna say I'm a hypocrite about the sex thing, cause like if one of my homies does something, I'm like, hey.
It's the boy.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Even though I heard an analogy, I can't say it though because it's just.
But when I'm
it's crossing
talking
the
like on air,
no, I see
different viewpoint.
Trevor,
that
is
kinda-
this Trevor? It's the boys,
Yeah, yeah.
Trevor.
But
and
I
it's
think
straight
I
A Trevor.
follow me. I
The
follow.
boys Trevor, straight A Trevor. the boys Trevor, valedictorians.
Yeah,
valedictorian
become a
Trevor.
doctor or shotguns, Two different people.
That's how it goes. That's how a lot of
That's how it
people
goes,
are.
man.
That's how it goes.
You gotta have to balance though. What were you saying?
Of course, balance is key.
Dude, I think I follow those guidelines pretty well though.
What?
Not having sex.
You're
with
being
multiple
you're talking about like being
like almost every girl that I've had any relation with has been a relationship.
valid.
Like almost every
Yeah.
single one.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, but yeah, that's good. I mean, going back to forgiveness, I really want to go back to that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just really want to go back to that.
Okay.
No, that's good though. That's facts. I mean, like, yeah. No, but
I
like,
would
yeah.
I would agree. I'm
Yeah.
in the same boat as Trevor.
Yeah, no, I know you are. I
Yeah.
know Chase is. I know Chase is.
No,
I
you
know-
guys are good guys though. Like honestly, you guys are good guys. Like, you guys
Appreciate
could
it.
probably pull a lot more bodies.
You
but
are
you
as
guys
well,
probably
Johnny.
don't. Just because you guys decide to. Like honestly, you guys could probably pull so. Dude, there's this one time I really want to tell this story. I don't know if I've told you this. You were going
You're
to basketball
kinda,
practice
You're
one time.
quiet right now.
Okay, my bad. I have to tell you the story, Chase. I don't know if I've told you
it's
this.
not that bad actually.
I was at the Commons. I was doing homework, and you ran past. Chase was in sport mode. He had that little bounce to his
Oh, I
walk.
turned my volume down.
Chase was walking like this with his head up. He was in game mode. He was in game mode.
Mhm.
Oh, man, I will never forget this. There was a guy. I think they were sophomores. African American guy. It doesn't matter. A guy talking to a girl.
Right.
That guy definitely liked that girl.
Okay.
Just the way he was talking to her, the way he kept wanting
You was
her
chatting her
attention.
up-
He was
chatting her up a little bit,
The girl,
right.
she wasn't really
Alright.
feeling it. She was on her phone, kind of ignoring him. I kind of feel bad for the guy.
Right.
Chase walks by. Girl looks up and she says, "Oh my gosh, he's so hot." The guy's face, bro.
Wait, was this
I
a real
felt
thing?
so. This was a real thing, dude. This happened in the Commons, and I literally turned around and I was like, I felt so bad for that one dude, bro, because he was like, I mean, he was an average-looking guy, right? He was an average-looking guy, and the girl, she was on her phone. She was barely listening to the other guy. Chase runs by. Oh my gosh, she's so hot. I was like, bruh. I was like, bruh.
Chase that boy.
I was like, Chase is the boy.
Chase that boy.
Bro, I don't know.
If that guy's watching this, she wasn't worth it then.
She wasn't worth it, bro.
She wasn't worth it.
She belonged in the streets.
She belonged to the streets.
You said it better. I said it kind of weird. All right,
belonged to
but
the
dude, going back to
streets.
forgiveness, man.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm a hypocrite because many times I would tell the people to forgive. I'm like, hey guys, forgive. I had this conversation with Natalie. I'll say her name. We were talking about like, imagine if you were raped by someone or someone raped your family member. How could you ever forgive them? And I'm like, you're misunderstanding me. To forgive is not to let that person back into your life. Because if they did something like that, cut them off forever. To forgive is to let go in such a way that thought doesn't weigh you down.
You're right. I was just gonna say that you don't carry that weight.
You hope for better for that
exactly,
person.
because when you hold a grudge against someone, that weighs you down.
Right.
Anytime you think about that person, that situation, you're gonna be brought down. That agonizes you. When you forgive, you let go of those charges.
Yeah.
And when you think about them, you can say, it like, sure, it hurt. I'm never gonna let them back into my life, but you no longer feel that pain. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You never feel that grudge that weighs you down. I've had grudges and they feel bad.
Of course. Like, dude, I think about the relationships I've had in the past or the arguments I've been in with the past with people. And at the time, I'm like, bro, like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was that, like, right. Like, dude, I'm like, it's raps. Never talking to him again. Done.
It's
you know?
raps.
Like, but now I'm here and I'm like, it was a big deal at the time, but like, do I care now? No.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. We paid. Yeah. No, that's true though. That's so true. That's so true. I mean, just learn to forgive, bro. I don't know. I'm really starting to like actually like. It's hard for me at least. I never realized this, but so many times I would say I forgive you, and I don't. Like I'll think about it later in bed, and I don't forgive you.
That's because you in bed though.
And I come to the realization, I'm like, I didn't forgive that person, and it's affecting me. That's the problem. Even if it was their fault that they did something to me, now it's affecting me. Now it's bringing me down.
Like, or where you've been in a situation where you like, you know what, I forgive you. It's okay. You move on. Then they're like, oh, sick. Okay. Then it's like, don't talk. They move on as well. It's done. Everything's like back to normal. But then you're like, you know what? No. Like,
it's hard to forgive. It's hard to forgive a person that doesn't feel bad about what they did.
True.
No, that is true. That is true. No, but dude, yeah, you're exactly right, Chase. No, yeah, I guess it's hard to forgive a person who doesn't feel bad, and just many times I would say I would forgive you.
And that makes you more angry. That fuels you, bro.
You don't feel bad? No, I'm playing. No, but dude, I just gotta learn to, dude. I actually want to talk about this. Do you think you guys are like in control of your emotions very well? Because I feel like many times I like neglect the way I feel.
I think it changes. I have like little, like, dude, winter this year, I was pissed 24/7. Never. Like, I would come home, my mom would be like, how's hockey? And I just wouldn't respond. Like, I feel terrible about it. But like, I was angry all the time. Like, I hated my life.
Like, and you couldn't just change that. Like,
no, I couldn't. Because I was like, I got hockey tonight. Dude, no, and I was like stressed because I was like, I gotta get straight A's.
Right,
like, I was like, I
you were
really
grinding.
have to. Like,
right.
I was like, I have to. Like,
Yeah.
I was freaking. I hated, dude.
Oh, you were trying to be Val, right?
Yeah, I
And
had.
That's
had
tough.
to.
Like, you were just like, you were on like, you were tight. You were tight. I feel like you didn't have a lot of room for error. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
So
100%.
true.
You didn't have a lot of downtime. That's stressful. For me, I feel like I've gotten better. I've definitely grown up with my emotions. I feel like I'm less.
And I'm thinking I'm understanding more too.
Yes, yeah. Like, you know what? Like, you just got to be respectful of the way other people act, regardless of how regardless of their intentions or how it makes you feel. Like, I'll just be like, you know what? If somebody does something personally that gets me upset, like, yeah, I'm gonna be upset. I might voice my opinion about it, but I'm not gonna do so in a way that's like aggressive. I'm not gonna be aggressive. Which there was a time where like I kept a lot. Like, I didn't share at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just kept it to myself.
You kept it into the point where you're gonna blow up.
Right. And like, I realized I would keep what was going on to myself. I didn't express. I didn't open up, and I left it. And I was like, and it just sits there. It's like the weight you're talking about. Like, it just sits there, and you know it's there, but you just kind of ignore it.
Dude,
and I think I've gotten better at being understanding and expressing the way I'm feeling or how somebody made me feel, or whatever it may be, in a, I guess, like I don't know how to say it.
Did
like
you literally just like
describe
described what I did? Like,
it's just part of growing up.
Like, for
Being
like
more mature.
for like, let's just say a 6-month span.
Yeah.
Like, I just like didn't address problems at all. Like, at all.
Right.
Like, he was so bad.
Yeah, that's dangerous, man. That is so dangerous. I mean, I'm not going to get into specifics, but I know people personally who have done that, who are like that, and sadly, they're not bad people. but those emotions cause them to lash out in such a way that you would say, who is that person?
Right.
Or why do they do that? And we're all human. It's natural. It's going to happen to every person. And that's why I feel like everybody listening and everybody needs to acknowledge stress is normal, feeling sad is normal, all these emotions are normal, and you're going to feel them. You're going to feel them. You're going to go through difficult times. Anybody's going to go through ups and downs, but you just need to learn how to handle those ups and downs. You need to learn how to handle those emotions, how to handle that anger, It happens to everybody, but just learn how to control it. And don't be ashamed to say, I can't control my anger. Speak to someone. Don't be ashamed to say it.
My dad.
I mean, even I've looked up ways to control stress, to control this and that, and I'm not afraid to say it because nobody's perfect. Everybody has their little struggles, and you just need to be open to them. And as hard as it may be, because many times I personally, in the past, I'd be like, I don't want to talk about this.
Wait. When you're angry, like super angry, what's your go-to? Like, what do you do? Like, do you punch something?
Well, when I'm super angry, bro, to be honest, if I'm going to be 100% honest, when I start to get angry, at least in the past, that's not true. At least in the past, I would pray. Yeah, I would literally go and I would just sit there.
Yeah, I would never do that.
And I would but to be honest, I think I would yell. I would literally talk to God. I'd be like, I'm so angry. Like, I'd almost like talk to God like, like I'm angry because of this and that. And I would talk about it. But in a way, I was, that's how I would do my emotions. As of recently, though, it's probably I try to work out when I'm mad, or like I'll sometimes do stuff like that. Like I'll yell, or I'll do.
Dude, you have a very different relationship with God than
most people.
with most people. I think fair to say most people.
I think our culture's drifting away from it.
To be honest, though, it's my relationship with God is also it's different. It's not. Really
I think
as much.
I almost think like I am like doing less. Like, I was, like, a Sunday school teacher and stuff, but, like, I was second graders. Like, I'm literally giving them coloring sheets. Okay, I was literally giving them, like, coloring sheets and stuff. But, like, I feel like I'm, like, interacting less almost, but, like, I'm, like, closer with him. Like, I don't know why. Like, my faith is, like, stronger in him. Like, I'm more, like, more of a believer, but, like, I'm interacting less. I don't know why it's like that, but, like, that's how I'm feeling for some reason.
No, I mean, if you feel the faith is stronger, that's great, man. That's great.
I know, but you also need to interact.
No, most definitely. You need to interact.
It's the top one.
I mean, the Bible even says, I don't want to get into religion. We could talk about this in a different podcast, but, the Bible says when you pray, that's an act of faith. And when you show faith to God, that shows you believe in him and your relationship gets stronger, My dad always preaches, what is one of the strongest signs that you believe in God? When you pray. Because you're acting, or you know he's hearing you. You believe that pray is actually working. You believe that he's hearing you. Yeah. I mean, there's so many people that say, I believe in God, but when things get tough, you don't pray. But like, or even when things are good, you don't pray.
Or you only pray when things get tough. That's what I think I do, and I think I'm wrong for that.
Exactly. I don't know. We can talk about religion in a whole different podcast, though, but still. I mean, I don't know, man. Going to college, high school's over. Emotions, I don't know.
It's true.
Dude.
To be honest, I'm gonna have to dip soon.
You're gonna have to dip soon.
If this is a good.
No, this is a good podcast. I feel like we're good.
Yeah,
this is a good ending point.
What is the clock at?
47.
That's
really
perfect. That's pretty solid.
That's
Yeah.
solid.
I think we're good.
Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the end of the first podcast, Stuck in Adolescence. Your host, like always,
Chase,
Trevor,
Jonny. Goodbye.
Adios.
Deuces.